Alright. So I was scrolling on my timeline and I run across this clip. It's a it's a skit about it's really just about like being friend zone, right? It's a it's a comedy skit and it actually is pretty funny, but it's not though at the same time. Like they were making the entertaining skit that you're supposed to laugh at, but at the same time that's something that really needs to be talked about, like with a serious conversation, because it's really real. Like it really sucks to be treated like that. It really sucks to be unappreciated. It really sucks to invest in somebody and just have them accept that and not accept any responsibility behind it. Like, not to say that they owe you for what you do for them, but they kind of do. Like, they don't have to do anything in return, but they do owe you honesty. They do owe you to be upfront. They do owe you acknowledgement, acknowledging that I know you're not just doing this for me. I know that you invest in your time, you invest in your effort. I know that you're not asking me for anything, but you expect this to be a seed that will grow. You're planting something inside of our relationship with this effort that you're putting in, that you want to grow into something meaningful, and you know that it's not. You know that that's not going to happen, but you're allowing them to try anyway, and then feigning ignorance after that, like you don't know. That's not okay. And the reason I wanted to address it is not to bash anybody or call anybody a bad person or anything like that. It's just to remedy it. Like, on one hand, you got, as a man, as a person, when you desire something, you know, it's a mark of character to be to persevere. When you want something, it's a old saying that, anything that's worth having is not easily begotten. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's worth having requires effort. Nothing easy is worth having or worth doing. So when you invest in, so you are supposed to pursue, what you want. But at the same time, you're also supposed to be aware. Like, you don't just keep chasing and keep chasing and keep chasing, no matter what. That's not how you do that. Like, on one hand, and there has to be a certain amount of acknowledgement on the person that's pursuing, to see that this is not something that you should continue to do. But like, what point do you recognize that? And like, what should your reaction be when you do? Because there's a better way than just being, I don't even want to use the word simp, because that's like derogatory for somebody that's doing what people are told this is the right thing to do. It's like, what do you do when you're doing the right thing and it's just not working out for you? Like, that's what I wanted to talk about. And that's why I'm about to play the video so we can watch it together, and it will give a better example for me to discuss this matter with.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
I can drive this car.
You can drive. I did the oil. Put some oil in there. You need transmission now. You might want to just
Okay.
not yet, but
Okay.
it's kind of going out. Does it jerk when you
A little bit.
A little
But
bit.
I like that jerk. It reminds me of,
That's not a good. I get it.
yeah.
I get what you. I know where you at with it.
Right.
But nah, that's not a good jerk. That ain't a
Oh.
good one. I'm gonna take care of that. Not today,
Okay.
but I'm gonna take care of that.
But I can drive it. today.
Oh, you can dry this on water, baby.
Oh,
Yeah, you mess around and go to the ocean or something. This thing, yeah, you good.
Yeah, because I got something to do later. I got this date, and quiet as it's kept, I might come off these draws. I don't know.
After your day, you might come out some draws.
I might. I know I've been celibate for a minute, but I like this guy.
When you met?
This is the guy I told you about that owns the dispensary.
Oh,
Charlie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, he might get some draws.
He might get some draws. He's been, really sweet, kind, smart. He's short.
Damn.
But
sweet, kind, short. That's all it takes to get your draw? I thought.
I mean, I like him. And we've been on like 3 dates.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought I was fixing your car so you can like go to work and like do like.
Well, yeah.
So right off the bat, couple things. Now, I'm not here to judge. That was not the intent for this video. However, no, however, I'm not here to judge or point fingers because none of that really gets you anywhere that you want to be. Um, Listen, there's nothing wrong with being kind to a friend. There's nothing wrong with being there for a friend. There's nothing wrong with providing for or anything really. Like whatever you do out of the kindness of your heart for a person, there ain't nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, like when it comes to being friend zone, that's a particular thing. That's not us being friends. Like the whole concept of friend zone, like it's a whole word that's not friends. It's the friend zone because it's different. When you somebody's friend, the intentions are not the same. The expected outcomes are not the same. When you in the friend zone, like in the friend zone, that immediately implies that somebody don't want to be there. That somebody has other intentions than the other party. Like, and it's not a gender thing. It's not like there's a specific gender that has a specific role in that relationship. It's not like the person who's friend zoning is always a female or always a male. It's not like the person who's being friend zoned is always a female or always a male. It could be either or. So it's not really a gender thing, and that's not the way I'm looking at it. That's not my perspective. With that being the case, like in this particular situation, the person that's friend zoning just so happens to be a female. The person that's being friend zoned just so happens to be a male. And she is aware. Like the whole thing about being friend zoned is like it's not innocent. It's really not. It's not faultless. It's really not by either party. It's not a blame thing. The person who is friend zoning another person is aware that everything this person is doing for me, every time I call on them, every time they offer me something, everything that they do has a further intent that I'm not acknowledging. Everything that they do is an investment in something that I'm not going to give to them. They never say that, so I never have to say this. They never ask me, so I never have to tell them. I know if I just flat out tell them how I feel, how I don't feel, that I'm not going to feel that way, that they won't do these things for me, so I'm not. I'm not going to tell them that. I'm not going to admit that. I'm going to let that linger in the air until they bring it up. I'm going to feign ignorance when they do, as if I wasn't aware, because I can't, because we never had the conversation, because I'm not obligated to read your mind. I'm not obligated to know what you're thinking, even when I do. Right? And that's terrible. Like, that's terrible. That's a terrible thing to do to somebody that cares about you and you say you care about. And Again, I'm not pointing any fingers. That is a terrible act. I'm not saying you're that like, I'm not calling the person terrible, but that is a terrible thing to do. That act is not an okay act. But at the same time, I'm not judging fingers because both parties bear responsibility for this, even the negative aspect of it, like the person who's being friend zoned is also aware, like you know that this person is living a life outside of everything that you're doing. You see they are not interested. They're not going. Like you steady trying. And it's like there is nothing wrong with pursuing the person. But in a case like this, don't do it out of balance. Don't do it out of balance. Like do what actually be a friend to that person. If you're not going to come out and say, I want to be with you, then just be a friend. Don't do anything for this person for the result of being with them, with the expectation of making them changing the way that they feel about you or changing the dynamics of your relationship. Because again, that's also somewhat manipulative. Uh, and that's why there is no right or wrong party in this. Both people are not being upfront, honest, or genuine with the other. Like, don't go out of your way to do things that you will only do for somebody that you pursuing when this person doesn't want to be pursued by you. Do what a friend would do. The things that you want to do for someone that you're pursuing, do that for someone who's engaging back. Do that for someone who is acknowledging it, that sees it, knows what it is, and reciprocates it. Like, on one hand, why would you want somebody that will let you do all of these things for them and then pretend like they don't see it? Like, even in this circumstance, she telling him flat out what it takes to get what he wants from her. All you got to do is be nice, sweet, smart, and hell, you can even be short. Even though that's a negative, she will overlook it. And this dude tall. Like, because the way she stated it was like, yeah, he has this quality, but it doesn't. Even in her facial expressions, it was like, I don't really like that, but I'll give him a pass. And this dude over there fixing her car, he ain't got to do that. He ain't got to pay for it. He don't even have to worry about it. She's not even bringing it up to him. She got it done outside of him even knowing it was an issue because she don't even want him to feel like she's a burden. She's pursuing him. Like, that's what it looks like when she wants you. All the things that he's doing to pursue her are unnecessary. And he feeling a way about that. Like he didn't have to do any of the things that he been doing over this prolonged period of time in order to get her. But he did it and didn't get her. Like that's my whole point. He like later on in the video, you can see what I'm saying. Like the whole way that he's responding to it. I mean, a lot of people would say it's justified, but it's really kind of out of line when you read the book and it's guiding you towards like what the ending is going to be, and then you get surprised when you get to the end and it's exactly what it spelled out it was going to be, but that ain't the ending that you wanted it to be, and you get mad because you didn't get what you wanted, but it told you what you was like. That don't make sense. But finish. I'm gonna get further into the video before I continue talking about it.
But
Sweet, kind, short. That's all it takes to get your draw. I thought.
I mean, I like him, and we've been on like 3 dates.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought I was fixing your car so you can like go to work and like do like
Well, yeah, that's what I said because I do need to get to work on Monday. But for today,
it's for the date.
right.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's fine. So where y'all going? Like, what you got going?
I don't know. He told me it's a surprise, just to show up and show out.
He got you like certain attire.
No, he told me what to wear, so I know kind of like what the vibe is. It seems kind of upscale.
Okay, so you gonna be like covered up.
I mean, I might show a little cleavage, you know. I don't
Little
know,
cleavage.
something like similar to this in silhouette.
Right.
I could show you the outfits if you want.
You ain't gotta do all that. Nah, you ain't gotta do all that. You ain't gotta do
Okay.
that. Nah, you straight.
Well, thank you. I appreciate this. I should probably start getting ready because I gotta do my makeup,
Right.
my hair. It's looking crazy. Do you think I look kind of like a white man named Tom?
I would think some more like if his name was Ted.
Ted?
Yeah, I don't like the
I'm
Tom, but
giving
yeah,
Ted?
Ted. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you said boy, he owned a dispensary.
Yeah.
You think he fixed cars too, or you don't think?
I mean, I doubt it. There's not really much overlap or skill share between the two, but
Oh yeah.
you're a mechanic,
Right.
so
I mean, you don't think he could have? I thought I was doing this for like more personal. You could like get to work and like make some money, not for to go on like a date.
oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were just fixing my car because you wanted to help and fix my
No,
car.
I mean I'm always down to help, but how you had worded it, like, hey man, I need to get to work, and you didn't say nothing about the date. Like you kind of left that part out for me to come fix your car.
I'm sorry. Are you upset that I'm going on a date?
Nah, that's.
Or
No, you could have went to like an actual mechanic, like a real dealership, and got it fixed.
yeah, but that costs money. So,
I know dates cost money too. So I mean, everything costs money.
what does that even mean? Dates cost money. Mechanics cost money. I know a mechanic who is my
Yeah.
friend who.
And again, like I really want to spell this out clearly. She was aware enough to know not to tell him that I'm going on a date tonight. I need you to come fix my car today because I'm going on a date tonight. She was aware enough to know that I should just tell this guy I need my car fixed for work and leave out any other details because he might not feel the same about it. He might not want to do what I'm asking him to do if I tell him the whole reason that I'm doing it. Like, she chose not to tell him that she was going on a date when she was asking to get her car fixed. People do that. It's not a man or a woman thing. People do that. People do that. That's not okay. Like, people know exactly what they be doing. When they using you. When you in the friend zone, people be using you. They don't say it, but they be using you because they know. They be using the system like they're using the silence in the relationship. Don't put it there. They're using the things that are unsaid to their benefit. They're using those things to allow themselves to do things they know not right because from their perspective, it's not like that because we never said it. Like from their perspective, they get to feel like they're not doing nothing wrong because you never said what you're supposed to say. They get to feel like they're not doing anything wrong because you never acknowledged the things that you were supposed to acknowledge in that situation, in that moment. Like, why would you ask your friend how you look to go see another guy when you know he want to be with you? Why would you treat somebody like that? Like, people do that. That's not okay. Why would you want somebody that would treat you like that? Understand. Why would you want somebody that would do that to you? Like if you was in a relationship, you would get that same type of consideration, that same type of acknowledgement. Understand the way that they're treating you when you in the friend zone, that's how they feel about you. That's what you're going to get from them. It's not going to change. It's not going to get better. Like they're treating someone that they're treating someone better than you that does less than half of what you do for them. They're giving them more acknowledgement. They're giving them more concern. They're treating you the way that they're going to treat you, regardless of what your relationship is, because that's just how they are towards people like you. Like, and it's not because they're a bad person. Like, that's what you really have to understand. That's really what you should get. These are messed up things, messed up behaviors, but this person is not a bad person that's doing them. They're just out of balance. Just like you. That's why you together. You two people that are out of balance, that life put you together. Like, just like how they say you manifest stuff. Like, people, when you in a situation where you're getting friend zone and you maintain that situation, you are out of balance. That person is out of balance. And until you both or one of you takes the time to assess yourself and get back in tune the way that you should be, figure out what about you is out of sync, it's not the way that it should be, what part of yourself is supposed to mature, y'all gonna stay in each other's life because you're gonna keep accepting that. Y'all gonna stay in each other's life because you're gonna keep doing that. The person who's doing the friend zoning, until you learn whatever you need to learn about, I don't know, whatever you're not absorbing into yourself, whatever you're not receiving that life is trying to teach you, until you really get that, you're not going to be satisfied in your relationships with people. And you're not going to, like, you just going to be out of balance with your relationships. That's really what that is. You're receiving things that you want in your inside of your relationship from people that you don't want to be in a relationship with, and you're not getting the things that you want in a relationship from the people that you're trying to be in a relationship with. And like the same with the person who's being friend zoned, like you totally out of balance, totally out of balance. And that's exactly what that is. So until you both grow and mature, even if you depart from that person, you're gonna end up in the same situation again with somebody else. Cause you gotta get it. Until you get it, you're gonna keep bumping your head up against it. Like, you have to learn from the experiences that life is drawing to you, or that you're drawing to yourself in life. Um, because everything that you experiencing is there to teach you, is there to guide you. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be a negative experience. A lot of people run into this and they bump their head up against it and they make it a negative experience. And a lot of people maintain these relationships for a long ass time. Like, no, that's for a season. And until you start assessing the things that you don't feel like need to be changed about yourself, that's just gonna continue. But I'm gonna get further into the skit so that we can keep talking about it.
An actual mechanic, like a real dealership, and got it fixed.
Yeah, but that costs money. So.
I know dates cost money too. So I mean, everything costs money.
What does that even mean? Dates cost money. Mechanics cost money. I know a mechanic who is my friend who offered to fix my car.
But your boy, Don, what you say his name was again? Charlie Chaplin. He could have the money he gonna spend on a date. He could have put into your car since he might get some coochie.
I mean, yeah, but I don't want to use him.
So now you care about using people? You don't think you use people in life?
No, I'm not that type of person. I'm not taking advantage of people.
You may feel like you're not the type of person, but you are. Anytime you need something, like for instance, for myself, you know for a fact I got just one small little inkling in my heart for you. And anytime you need something, you call me because you know I'm gonna pull up, right? When your car got broken into, who showed up? When that guy left you at the bar that night at 1:30 in the morning, I had to get out my goddamn bed, come get you, who showed up? When you lost your job, who showed up with flowers at that? I know you're gonna be so heartbroken because she lost her job. I showed up. And what thanks I get? Oh, thank you, friend. Want to watch me come put on some clothes and go on a date with somebody else? That's what I get.
That's what friends do. And I never asked you to do none of that stuff.
I know you never ask. You don't ask and say it, but
See, that's it right there. That acknowledgement that you be knowing, even when you the person that's being friend zone, regardless of how you being treated, you putting all this effort in, you be knowing. You be knowing that they know. You be knowing that they just you allow them to not say it, so you don't and then you then don't require them to do it because it's not being said as if that matters. Like you doing it to yourself. You waiting on this person to love you the way that you should love yourself. You are not showing, like, if you in a situation where you're being friend zoned by somebody, you're not expressing self love. You should treat yourself better than that. You should not allow yourself to go to sleep feeling the way that you feel after you do these things and then it don't mean nothing. You should not treat somebody like your girlfriend and then feel alone at night. You should not allow yourself to do that. If you loved yourself enough, you wouldn't put yourself in a situation that caused you pain. Just like you there for that person, be there for yourself like that. Again, like I'm saying, out of balance. You not being there for yourself the way that you being there for other people. If you was assisting and supporting yourself like you was assisting and supporting them, then you wouldn't have these type of problems. You wouldn't have those type of emotions. You wouldn't have that type of resentment. Like you get up out of your bed in the middle of the night for this person. You go provide services for this person that you're not doing that for yourself. Love you. Love you and allow people. You know what? When you love yourself, you also at that point, when you love yourself properly, with properly love yourself, you act a certain way, you speak a certain way, you respond to things a certain way. And in so doing, you also inform others of how to respond to you, to treat you like you live that self love and you showing people how to treat you. You showing people the standard that is required. You require for yourself. You require that from other people, and that's how you remove these type of things, these type of relationships from your environment. Like if you're not doing it to yourself, you ain't gonna let nobody else do it to you. If you are doing things that make you happy, you're not going to look for somebody else to do it. You're not going to look for that happiness in somebody else if you're receiving it from you. You're not going to go out of your way to do things you don't feel like doing and that aren't really like you're not going to feel a negative way about things you do for somebody when because you're not going to be investing in them needlessly. You will go and do whatever you're doing for that person and it just be out of unconditional love. You're not going to do things to invest in a person that's not investing in you. But we can get back to the video.
you ask.
Just by telling you what I got going on.
Yeah, because you're telling me for a reason. You're not.
You have a savior complex, if anything.
Oh,
Like, why
what?
are you always trying to save somebody? If you don't
Tough.
truly care about the person, if all the things you're doing for somebody is based on what you're going to get back,
That's tough.
maybe that's not really the type of person you are. Maybe you need to start being selfish. Because you're mad
Like
at me.
you.
How am I selfish?
Like you. What do you give back? I've called you many times to save me. Have you ever done it?
You've never needed anything. When have you called me and needed something?
When I broke both of my legs, couldn't walk, who I called? And what you said, oh.
But I was going on vacation. That's not even fair.
You could have stopped by. You had the whole day. You could have stopped by just to check on me. You even checked.
But if my vacation is in
And again, like if you find yourself in a situation where you in need and you feel like I done did so much for this person that the effort I done put in is so extensive that I feel like I formed a bond with them. I support them so much that when I need support, I want it from them. And then you feel like they should feel the same way that you feel. When you didn't hold them to no obligation in order to do what you did for them. You didn't tell them they owed you nothing for that. You didn't tell them that it meant anything. You just did it and just left it open with an expectation that they were going to require themselves because you felt like that's the right thing to do. You don't live in that type of world. Nobody, the way that you went about it when you do that, they're not wrong. They're not wrong for not being there for you because they don't owe it to you. You literally did something. It's like you gave somebody money and you expected them to give them, and you, it's like you gave somebody money and then you expected them to give you what you wanted to buy without telling them this is what I'm trying to purchase. You just expected them to know what the money was for because you gave them the a specific amount. Like I don't know, like it don't. I used to have a lot of compassion when I saw those situations until I really looked at it from a outside perspective, like an objective perspective. When you look at a situation and you really want to find a solution, you can't look at it bipartisan. You can't look at it from one perspective or the other. You have to look at it from an objective perspective. And both of these people feel like the other one is wrong and they both not right. Like this is why I wanted to have this conversation because even though it's just a skit, it's a good platform for me to express something that is really detrimental. Like when people get harmed, like it sounds small, but like when you spend years forming this type of attachment, you don't just let that go overnight. These are the types of things that affect our community because when somebody like that allows themselves to go through something like that and they're doing it to them, they're going to perceive someone else to be the bad guy. Like you build up trust issues that when you run into somebody else, you just unleashing all of that animosity, all that pent up frustration, all of those things, all that resentment, all of those things that you couldn't get to resolve with that other person, you carry on to not just relationships with people that you consider like you trying to make your significant other, just your relationships in general, you as a person. When somebody is when we hold things within ourselves, we express that out all the time into the world. Like we can't just ignore the things that bother us. We have to deal with ourselves before we make other people have to deal with us. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that would really, really make the world a better place is if we all took responsibility for ourselves. Real talk.
Like a week. I gotta shop. I gotta get the clothes for it. What did you expect me to do? Drop everything and just show up for you?
Yes, you had a week to drop everything and not show up. Just, yeah, show up. Show up for your friend. Even for 10 minutes, just to say, oh, you really, are you okay? Do you need anything?
Another thing, like to the point he making, you don't owe me for whatever I did for you as a friend. But why would you want to be friends with somebody that won't be there for you at all? Like, why would you want to be friends with somebody that won't love on you like you loving on them? Even if it's not to invest in
them being a significant other, why would you want to deal with somebody like that? Why would you want to deal with somebody that won't support you? Why would you want to deal with somebody that will leave you hanging, even as a friend? Like, again, he looking at it like you're not being there for me. You're not reciprocating everything that I'm injecting into our relationship in order to be with you. But he spent a long time disregarding the fact that she wasn't even being a good friend, bro. Like, why would you even want to be friends with this person? And why would you want to be with somebody that's not even a good friend to you? Understand that, like, this is way deeper than just being a friend zone. This right here is an example of like what we even here for on earth. Like if nothing else, each person is here to figure themselves out, to balance themselves, to grow as an individual. Like, well, regardless of whatever else, that's definitely one of the milestones we're supposed to hit while we're here. And if you are maintaining a relationship with somebody who is not for you at all, and you're not understanding that and understanding, like, why would you not care about yourself more than that? That's really why self-love is so important, because you won't invest in somebody that don't invest in you, and you will be able to see it. If you love yourself, then you can see when someone else is loving you properly, when you loving you properly. And that's one of the main reasons why this situation and this conversation that I'm having is so important, because this is a prime example of that. This man does not know how to love himself, and he is not recognizing that he's not being loved properly by this person. He's just, I don't know. This is really crazy. Like, bro did a lot.
Is that too much? Listen,
I sent you a card once I got back.
so a week on vacation for another week. So 2 weeks later, you said, "Oh, let me send him a card." You still didn't show up.
Okay, well, so I could have did that differently, I guess.
She ain't show up, now he's showing out.
About the dentist. Remember that time? I got all four wisdom teeth pulled at one time. My emergency contact said, "I'll be there at 1 o'clock." 1 o'clock, I'm sitting there drugged up. I don't know what time it is. Mouth big and everything. The nurse said, "Hey, it's 1:30."
Again, somebody left you crippled for 2 weeks and wasn't there to support you. Why would you make them your emergency contact? Like, that's just wishful thinking at that point. Like, you put you in your own life, you put the requirement for somebody to be there that don't want to, that never does. Like, this is why I'm saying you're not a victim. You're really not a victim. And I really hope whoever see this video understand that a lot of people are in the friend zone, and they don't look at it like that. They don't look at it like, oh, I'm in a friend zone. But those people, I really hope that you can see in your, if this applies to you, I hope that this is a good example, a good enough example for you to see, if you're living in those circumstances, for you to see that for yourself. Like, that's why I'm really pointing out everything that I can about what's going on here, because a lot of people don't, they live in it and don't see it.
30. You sure your ride's coming? You gotta get your medication. You gotta go do all that. I said, let me call her again. I text you. You read my shit. I said, you know what? Ma'am, can I take a lift? She said, well, we can't do that. I ran out that mug in my gown, ass out. Had to hop in the lift because my emergency contact, my friend, my so-called friend, never showed up. And
I mean,
you had something to do, huh?
I just,
Yeah, priority, yes. You just never ready for me.
well, maybe
Maybe we shouldn't be
I haven't
friends?
been.
Maybe we shouldn't be friends?
What you mean? I can be a better friend.
Really?
Yeah.
So you want to start? So it
As
took.
long as this is a friendship and not you just trying to, I don't know, sow some
I,
type of
I just want you to see
investment.
the type of friend that
See, neither one of these people would be feeling the way that they feel if they had just said, if they had said what they just said in the beginning, instead of waiting until I can't deal with you no more. They could have actually been friends if they had just been upfront and upfront with each other and said what their real intentions was, said what they really felt, because he never would have had the expectations that he had for her that he upset about right now if he had said up front, hey, this what I want, this why I'm doing this. Then she would have had to respond and be like, okay, well, this is how I feel, because it really seemed like she would have if he had just put it out there, made it if he had presented the situation where it was required for her to do so. It would look like she would have just kept it 100 from the beginning instead of just using them because he let her, because he opened up the board for her to play that game with him. Like, she just took the opportunity that he gave. You know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't? I'm not saying that it's right, not saying that they should, but how many people that do you know? And not everybody will, but how many people won't?
you are. I want you to see that. It's not about me selling anything. I want you to see that I give a lot and you give a little.
Well,
That's what I
I'll
want you to
change.
see.
I can do things differently moving forward.
Speaking of change, I'm gonna just
And again, like, once you recognize that somebody putting in not as much as you putting in, you really have two options at that point. You will have the option to be like, this isn't enough for me, and move on, or you have the option to acknowledge that, hey, this isn't enough for me. What are you going to do? Are you going to do more, or do I need to move on? Like, give them the option, like, have that conversation. When you don't ever expect somebody to do better, don't ever expect somebody to read your actions and read your behavior and interpret what you intend for your actions to mean. Don't ever expect somebody to read your mind, because they don't have to. They don't have to. They can sit there and take everything that you're doing and pretend like they don't know why. If you never say it, they never have to take responsibility.
go ahead and change that and take my stuff back that I put in here. That's cool.
What you
Nah,
mean?
that's trifling.
The parts?
What you mean? The parts?
You're
Yes,
not,
the parts.
no, you're not about to take my parts.
See, say your man come pick you up.
No.
Charlie Chaplin, he gonna pick you up, right?
He can't pick me up.
Why not?
Because he has a business meeting and he has to go straight to the place that we're
Oh, so he going so you going to the date stink. Even better. Go ahead, pop the hood. You got the keys in my pop the hood.
Are you serious?
100%. Pop the hood, if you don't mind.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm dead serious. Pop the motherfucker. You locked it. I need you to pop it, like open it.
I locked it on purpose. I'm keeping my parts.
Cool. Well, keep this friendship too. I'm out.
Shabazz. Shabazz.
So next time you need your car fixed, don't call me. I'm sick of this shit.
You seriously gonna end our whole friendship? Because I'm going on a date?
Enjoy your date.
And don't let nobody gaslight you like that. Like, one thing that I will say, that, and again, it's not even a male or female thing, really. Everybody manipulative. Like, don't let somebody. Basically, what she just did was, she knew what the real issue was, and she knew that the issue was with her behavior. She knew the issue was her gaslighting him, with her being manipulative and not being upfront. Yet he opened up the board for her to be able to play that game of, I don't have to acknowledge it. For her to be like, hey, this is coming out of nowhere. You're just doing this because you have a problem with me going on a date. As if like, nah, as if she's not aware that he has been doing all of this stuff for them to have something going on, and then you just ignore all that and move on with somebody else. Like, he never said anything until he got so mad that he made it a problem and an issue when the whole relationship was on the line. She still, even at the end, get to play that game because he never spoke up. Like, don't do that. Don't allow that to be done to you. Moral of the story is love yourself, because you can't expect somebody else to do it properly if you not. All right, so that'll wrap it up for this one. Appreciate you for tuning in. And definitely go check out the original creators of the skit that we were watching together. They got multiple videos for you to check out, and they actually pretty entertaining. They have real good chemistry with each other, and there's actually some engaging videos, and they have more content along the lines of what we talked about today. So, peace and love to you all, and I'll see you in the next one.